Hello, everybody. I'm going to take you through the new topic, which is in the annotated bibliography. Per the schedule, we're starting a new piece, and this is not an essay. It is a project, so to speak. You're going to do some research to extend your skills in research in MLA format so that when you move ahead to other courses, you have a good firm handle on how to find a variety of sources, how to document them properly, and how to gather information from them for your own purposes for research, not necessarily to make an argument. So what we're going to do first is when you're logged into Blackboard, you will click on Assignments, and when you do, you will see information about writing assignments and writing assignment number 4. This will show up here in the screen, so you don't have to download it to take a look at it. So this has step-by-step instructions on how you're going to begin the process of creating the annotated bibliography. I'm going to take you through a sample of how to create a document that you can use as your working document, and then what you're going to do to turn in your actual assignment that's due on Sunday, which is very simple. So to start, you have to determine which topic you're going to research. You can use one of the topics you've already used for class, or easier, and if you're sick of these topics, you can pick a new one. It doesn't have to be controversial because you're not writing an essay on it. It can be any topic that you're interested in. Once you have that, you're going to create a new document. Now, you can use Microsoft Word, you can use Google Docs, whatever you want to use, because this is just a working draft. So I'm going to pretend like I'm doing that now. So let me go ahead and create a new document. I'm not going to submit this as a Google document. I'll show you how you're going to submit it in just a second. So I'm going to title this Portion Annotated Bibliography. Now, you cannot, if you're using the same topic you've done so far, you cannot use any of the same sources that you've already used. They have to be new ones. So it might be easier for you to choose a new topic, but it's up to you. So I'm going to set this up in MLA format. So the first thing I'm going to do is add a page number in MLA format. That is not an MLA format because it's not the right font. So I'm going to add the right font. Size, done. Then I'm going to go ahead and add my heading. Your name goes here, my name goes here, and then we have the course title. So then we have the date, but again, not in the right format. So we want to make sure that the spacing is correct. Double space, Times New Roman, 12-point font. Now the rest of my document is going to be properly formatted. For your title, which this is on the assignment, for your title, you're going to make it something very simple, like annotated bibliography with your topic. Then I'm going to go ahead and justify it over to the left, and I'm going to use my first source. But what am I talking about? Because we haven't talked about what we're doing. So what you do here is you're going to practice using the library resources that we learned about that JCTC has available for you. And you're going to look for all these different types of sources on your topic. So let me go ahead and show you how to do that. First of all, you can just search for JCTC Learning Commons and then click on it. Now it's going to prompt you to log in because you're off campus. So if you start with Primo, so say you're going here and you're just going to put in abortion. Now this gives you, as you've seen before, lots of things you don't want. I don't want books, for example, so I'm going to limit up here, I'm going to limit it to articles. Okay. And then I'm going to get rid of, oh, I have to sign in. I forgot. You have to sign in too. Signing in, it's thinking. Okay, so again, I don't want all items. I want articles. And I would also like to make sure that I have only things that are available online. I would like to make sure that I'm looking for today newspaper articles. And I also want to make sure that it's nothing from the 1700s. Yikes. I'm going to put in the year 2000 to refine my search. Okay. And again, available online. And we only want newspaper articles. So I'm applying the filter. And take a look at that. There's one right here. Well, we'll see. Is this something I want to use? I don't know. What I'll do is I'll click on it. I'll take a look. It doesn't have much details, does it? How do I know if I want to use it? I can't because there's nothing there. So I don't want that. Let's see. How about this? This one's available online, so... Oh, look at that. Still nothing. I'm going to go here. So unfortunately, these are not being very easy. You're going to have to do the same thing. You're going to have to look for some things that you can actually read. Okay? Maybe Primo is not the place to go. Remember that if you go back and you look for one of the journals that you know is good, like CQ Researcher, then you're going to be in good shape. Excuse me. So we know this one is really good, right? We want to go to the database. So instead of going this route, how about we start over at libraries, way back here. Way back here. And remember that when you're here, you can go to the actual database itself by name. So we're going to go to C, or if you want to just click on popular over here on the right, it's going to take you to CQ Researcher, which is much easier than going the way I just did, trying to find it under layers and layers. Now, on your assignment, this would count as a peer-reviewed journal because CQ Researcher is in fact a peer-reviewed journal. So I'm going to look up abortion. It's a hot topic, and I have not used this particular article before in its entirety, but I have mentioned it in my sample. So I'm not going to use this particular one. Instead, I'm going to click on abortion in the search box, and I'm going to look for a different article that I haven't used before. So let me see here. Lots of reports, but looky here, the abortion debates. This is a few years old, but it could help me establish the context and the historical background on different debates surrounding abortion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the Cite Now button, choose MLA, copy that, and put it over here on my annotated bibliography. But first, I have to say what type of source it is that I'm talking about. Remember, you have 10 choices. So I'm going to have a peer-reviewed journal. And I'm going to go ahead and paste in my citation. Notice that it has highlighting. We don't want to have highlighting, so we're going to take that off. Also notice it's not in the correct font. Fix it. I'm going to have to fix it eventually. It's also not in the right format because it doesn't have a hanging indentation, but we'll fix that once we type the annotation. The annotations are 50 words or less, and they briefly summarize, they're not quotes, and they have to be in complete sentences. So I'm going to show you an example. But first I have to read through this source. Now I've already read this source, so I already know what I want to use, but I'm going to make sure and note why this would be a good source to use. That is what an annotation is. It would be as if you were going to use this in a paper later on. You're not going to for this course, but you're prepping this as if you were. So what you would say is something like, this article provides necessary background information about the debates over abortion rights for American citizens. It shows various sides. Well, I'm going to change that to be more specific. Perspectives from both conservative and liberal groups. So, how many words is that? Doesn't look like very many. You hit tools, word count. That's 25 words. So I could do almost double that and make my word count. So I'm going to take a look here, and I remind myself that there is an awesome infographic about state abortion bans. An infographic is provided that shows state abortion bans. So now that I've done that, my word count is closer to 50. I'm at 34 words for just the annotation. That's fine. I said 50 words or less. Shoot for 2 sentences, maybe 3. That's all you need. They must be complete. Then we got to fix the spacing. So I'm going to go ahead and fix this. Drag it over to the 1/2 inch mark. Drag the top one back over, and now I've got the correct format. This is what you're turning in, just one of them. You can continue and go ahead and do more sources because you're going to have to do them eventually. But for now, you're going to get feedback on one. So what I need you to do is copy all of this, your title and your first source. You're going to copy it. You're going to go over here to the whole class discussion board. You're going to click on this particular one, which is the first one, create a thread. Okay, I'm going to do one as a sample. Sample annotation from Dr. Ennis, and you will see my example. Uh-oh, what happened? That's not right. I go here, copy this, and put it in here where it belongs. There we go. Now I'm going to hit submit. You will see my example, okay? I will provide feedback to you on here. You will get 10 points for completing this by Sunday at midnight. That's all you need to worry about now. I will touch base with you on Monday. Have a good week.